Hello, and welcome to Belonging Songs, your weekly podcast that brings you a brand new original song. Each episode then talks about the themes of that song and the processes that went into writing and recording it. I am your host, Wade Dana. With me, as always, my good friends, Brad Maurer.
Hello.
And Patrick Crane.
Glad to still be working here.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Real good.
Good.
Real good.
Glad to be back. So this week, we have a song by me. It's been a while since I brought something to the table here. And I think this is a departure as far as this being depressing and sad. It's funny because right before we hit record on this, Brad had mentioned, it's probably going to be another sad Wade song.
That's right. Put your knives away.
And I kind of kept quiet, and we had a chuckle about it. But I really think that this is not like that.
We'll see.
We'll see. What's funny about this song, I think I've inadvertently written like a Pixar version of a song. It turns into like this thing for kids, for adults type of thing. I don't know. So I'm curious to see your guys' reaction. I don't know if you're going to like this because I spent a lot of time on it.
We're trying to step outside of the box, right? So if it's not conventional,
Yeah, maybe if you're trying nice lyrics, I'll try being nice to you.
right? Yeah, I can already tell you, it's gonna need more gaps. Sparkly bass.
So these are references to our last episode where I was maybe a little hard on these guys with their song, but we're working on that. And
If you guys want, though, you can come see Patrick and I's new band called Sparkling Bass.
Yeah, and tune into our new podcast.
Yeah, the Sparkling Bass Brothers.
so this song is something that I had the original idea for quite a while. Brad, you've heard demos of this before. Working title has always been Pajamas. That could still be the title. I think it may end up changing. I want your opinion on that. I have a feeling it's going to be called Time for Bed. Listeners, you probably already know based on whatever we've decided to call this episode, so maybe I'll cut this section out.
No.
Yeah, so I'm excited for you to hear it, and we'll see how this goes. So this is Pajamas, Time for Bed,
Crank it.
something. It's unmuted.
Unmute.
We're going to play. Did it grab the whole song? Okay. Fading away, and it's to the point where I don't seem to mind much either way. I'm so sick and tired today. All I wanna do is just lay down. There's got to be a better way, but it's so easy to hide behind what's already found. Oh well, I feel like I'm wasting away. And that seems like something I should worry about, but right now I just wanna put on pajamas. I wanna put on pajamas. I wanna put on pajamas. I wanna put on pajamas.
This is not a departure. This isn't a feel-good song.
It is for Wade.
I mean, for Wade, yeah.
It's pretty good.
But I love the guy's like, I wrote a damn Pixar movie. You wrote Up, maybe.
I agreed. I agree. I think it's a really good.
I'm waiting for this.
No.
Let me predict what Rad's going to say.
Go ahead.
It sounds good. It was recorded well, but
The mic placement was perfect.
In phase.
No. Awesome song.
okay.
Like
Your face didn't tell that
no,
during
it
the
didn't.
listen.
Well, I was confused the whole time.
Really?
Because it's definitely not what you write.
No.
Musically or formatically.
This went way farther than what I normally do.
This is a poppy.
Yeah.
This is I can't wait to see the TV show. This is
sure.
a theme song for.
Yeah.
You know, like it really reeks of like, I agree. Like you could probably see it on whatever the fuck the teenage kids are watching on TV, whatever that
This
show
turned
is.
into like parents being like, let's play the bed song.
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
they
that's
got
it.
us-
Like
I got a
I
spot
want to
on
hear it. And it gets them all amped up.
yeah,
so they don't go to
I
bed.
picture a bunch of kids yelling that part. It's time for bed.
You got a spot on Yo Gabba Gabba.
Right, whatever. Yeah, whatever all of that is. I don't have children. I can't follow along well
The
enough.
Power Rangers thing.
They died, I think, in a terrible accident.
Oh God.
but
We wrote a song about that.
but the songwriting, it's really good because I know you stepped away from what you normally do and how you normally write songs, and it's bright. It's fun to listen to. Like I said, my face was definitely, I had to have looked confused. But
I thought he's definitely not going to
no,
like this.
but the song makes me feel a little confused because you don't want to, if you're not writing a TV show theme song, you don't want somebody to call your music a TV show theme
Right.
song. But it gave me like that feel. Which those are never bad songs. They're not great
Kind of
songs.
two songs. Did you feel like that
A
about
little
the whole
bit.
thing?
Yeah,
It is two
but-
songs.
Yeah, but it definitely made me like, it was kind of pulling at me a little bit in a couple directions. And I honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Take you out of it if I would listen to it and like it. I
Right.
don't know. I can't answer that. But for you and where it came from, I really like it.
Yeah, it's a successful execution of,
Yeah.
I think, what you're trying to do. It's a pop song, and
Yeah.
the reason I say that is because there's not a part of the song that really gave me the feels, right? I didn't have the skin crawling sensation, the tingles, but I bobbed my head to it,
Right.
like
Came and went.
people do with pop songs.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and probably hum this in the shower.
I'm going to do it tonight.
Yeah.
When I
gonna
put on
do
my
it right
fucking pajamas.
now. Yeah. Yeah. I really like the two-song feel. I think you did that successfully. I think the outro overstays its welcome a little bit.
Okay, so my original idea was to fade that out.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask your opinion on that. Like, should that fade out? And I just
Well,
kind of left it because it kind of ended kind of cool.
Here's
Here's
what I don't want you to lose on that. I like the changes of phrasing you bring in throughout the outro. So I don't know how you shorten it and tighten it up without losing that. Yeah, it's a tough call, but it did overstay its welcome just a little bit for me, and not by much. But it just ran on maybe 30 seconds too long.
Well, 30 seconds is quite a long time. My gut feeling is to fade that song out.
Yeah.
Like over
I-
a longer fade. Like
Yeah,
kind of.
long. Do a long fade. If you do fade outs with vocals, tend to piss
There's
me
the part
off.
where like,
I just-
a second
I don't know
solo
why.
comes in,
That's
and I'd
'cause
like to
Suede.
kind of just catch that at the,
Yeah.
the end of the fade out.
But I for some reason they just I just don't sing me out. You know, don't you dare sing me out. You end it. You know?
That's gonna sing you out.
Yeah, I mean, this song can sing me out. It's fine. It's time for bed. I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
But I think it was really well executed song. Good songwriting.
Fine.
Well, for me,
Yeah.
it's fine.
So
you know,
I had the beginning of this for years. I've had a
that's been
version
around
of this,
for-
and I could never get.
it used to be about a minute long.
Yeah, it was just that beginning part, and it never took. Like I couldn't get anybody to play drums that I liked on it. I couldn't. Nothing really worked with it. And I had a demo, and it just sat there. And that's one of those songs I always play on guitar because it's fun to play that first part. didn't expect it to go where it went, but I had this "It's Time for Bed" thing came to me. It initially wasn't even intended to tie these two together, but then I was like, wow, that would make a lot of sense, and I did it. And
I think
it worked.
that's your responsibility when you write songs sometimes. You don't have to always inject your personality or whatever, how you write and record and the sounds that you normally make don't always have to go into something. Sometimes you can just create something because it wants to be created.
Yeah.
And that's what I think this is. I don't think it's a song where you want to put this out there as the first thing that anybody ever heard you do, but this song wanted to be completed this way.
Yeah.
It wanted to be written this way, and
I feel like the first half does have most of the themes that I usually write about.
it does.
I didn't notice.
It has your inflection, but it's not your style.
I always picture just somebody on their way home from work, just driving home.
Oh yeah, I related to this song pretty well.
Wintertime in Michigan. You live in your pajamas. So, but
Yeah, other than the outro, I think the composition's great.
I agree. I hope I didn't sound negative, because I don't have a negative. I don't have a negative bone toward this song.
I don't think this is a song you would listen to.
No. But like I said, that's why Patrick said it's fine. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's fine. But it's really well executed.
Yeah.
It's just not something I would
did
go
spend
out
a
and
lot
listen
of
to.
time,
You could tell
the
there's a lot of work
production.
there. Yeah, and it's didn't go to waste. Like the yells in the back and the whole thing texture wise it's really good.
I do get really excited when anybody writes outside of what they usually do.
Yes.
So stay tuned for my hip hop anthem.
Right.
It's coming.
Which
Yeah.
that's gonna be dynamite.
So that's enough on theme, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's get technical. So, like I said, I did do a lot of production work on this. I had a demo, I re-recorded the whole thing. There's a lot of guitar tracks here, a lot of that octavey thing we were talking about last episode that I've been doing. So I'm playing the same parts,
Differently.
different octaves, putting them all together. I did that with the bass on this. So I played the bass, and I wanted that, like, I don't know, My Girl feel, like
Yeah,
the
I got
bass
that.
and the guitars played the same thing.
Motown kind of
It's
thing.
it's
Motown,
Motown
yeah.
bass for sure.
And the guitar in the song is not playing the same thing as the bass, but I did play a guitar that plays to the bass and blended those together, and it's a subtle thing, but it gives it that little pokey high end that just helps it cut through a little bit, that I think gives it that kind of feel. A nice tight dry drums, tight guitar and bass, kind of gives it that.
I think
Motown-ish
all of that
feel.
worked, because I mean, I love Motown, and the reason I think most people do is because of its core is all the same.
Yep.
You
See,
know,
I
it's
thought-
got
I thought
Motown
you were
bass,
going
it's got the
to-
same drums, it's got.
I thought you were gonna like some of the guitar stuff on there.
I do.
Leading into the solo.
Yeah, I do, and that's why, like I was saying, I was confused.
Yeah.
It's because I really
Were you confused right off the bat?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I technically like everything that's going on. It's just the whole mood of the song is just too, teenage smiley for me a little bit. But it doesn't make it bad. It's good. It's really good.
So did that. Pig nose amp.
That's the amp.
Yeah. I think I used again the same stomp box I've been doing on a lot of this stuff. So pig nose amp, a little bit of Satori Sonics.
So when
there's
you went through and laid it out, did you kind of map it out with drums, or did you have all the guitar parts done and record?
I had the first half of the song written on guitar, and so I mapped drums to that, and then kind of stumbled my way through the second half, just finding a drum beat. I came up with a quick guitar thing. There's nothing super technical going on with that guitar. The music in the back half of the song is pretty simple. Mm-hmm. It's more about the vocals and the background vocals and the claps
And the
all that stuff
layering
in
and-
yeah. But yeah, so I had the first guitar, I wrote that second riff, then laid all the drums out, recorded my guitar, bass. There are some synths in there. You'll notice there's like a choir synth and another pad that are the same ones from the demo that I had from years ago that I was able to find again. There are Reason patches, the program Reason. So one of them is a choir synth from Reason, and actually the other one is one of Pro Tools' built-in synths. That's what the pad is. And really that's it. So 2 synth tracks, that bass layered with a guitar, the drums, a bunch of guitar, and a lot of vocals.
No, the production hits the mark. Mm-hmm. The production of the song meets what the song requires, you know?
Yeah.
So, again, you nailed all the points. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't have a ton to add. I almost feel bad because I don't have a lot of feedback. It's perfectly executed. So the only other comment I wrote is...
You guys hate this song.
Well, I mean, we don't watch a lot of SpongeBob SquarePants. I mean, that's just the way it is.
The only other technical compositional comment I had is my ear wanted the solo to start in a lower register, then build up
Oh, really?
to the high register. So that's all I had.
Okay. Well,
Because I love how it ends, and I love the middle part. And so I think my ear just says start with the middle part, like whatever range you're in there, and build it up.
interesting. The solo kind of there's a riff going on in the background there, and it kind of just takes off from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Night. Thanks for your comments.
Right. Yeah.
It's a good song.
See, this is what I was worried about because I spent a lot of time on it. And it's another one.
Let
where
me clear it all up. Let me clear it all up because you think we're space trucking.
No.
But it's not. It's some songs deserve a certain feedback. And this song is a really good song, but it's just a song.
Throw a fade.
It's not.
Throw a fade on the end and it's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
that's how good it is.
Yeah, it's done. You don't want to overthink it.
No.
Yeah,
because
okay.
it takes you to the place where you wanted the listener to go. I just don't like to go there a lot.
So since
That's all.
since we've
I like to go to bed. I just mean feel wise.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I like feeling and thinking more about what I listen to. Those are the things I seek out. I just felt this is a really good rush through for a listener, which is it's probably your most appealing song to the most people. Probably. I don't know. So don't think that it's bad review.
Since we've wrapped up pretty early, I think this is a good opportunity to talk a little bit about writing songs and then looking back ourselves and being like, would I even listen to this? I know we touched on that a little bit, but it's something I think about a lot. And this is a good case of that because I'm not sure that if I heard this removed from it, if I'd be like, what the fuck is that? What?
Right.
Like,
Well, the thing is, you probably have heard a song like this. You know what I mean? Like I think I have, and it's I don't not respect them. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier, where like music's such a big thing. You don't want it's for everybody to choose what they want. You just,
Right.
It all needs to go out there. It shouldn't be the thing that you. Just because people identify their personalities as metal or blues guy, hey, I'm a blues guy, it doesn't mean that you got to shit on everything else.
And that's something
You
like
can-
as we get older, I've tried to like when we were younger, I
you
would
do
have
that
done that
because
you
you identified so specifically with whatever
Yeah.
type of music you listen to.
Right.
We're
You
too
know,
old for guilty pleasures.
Yeah, now it's just like
It's just like, yeah.
fuck it. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna listen to it.
Listen to Kesha when I've been drinking.
Absolutely, no shame in that. I think that's kind of I just lost my train of thought. Completely.
It's a fun exercise to ask yourself.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
ask myself that all the time when I'm writing songs. And then I'm wondering, like today, well, I've got this song. I really like it. There's some songs that I write where I'm like, these guys, I think this going to land with this person or this.
Yeah.
Like this one, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know who's going to be into this.
The ones that I like that I write are the ones, like I was saying earlier, that kind of make me feel something. Like I just feel something. And it's the ones that are better are the ones where I can't explain why. It's
What's
not
funny
a lyric
is
thing.
I kind of expected that reaction to the end of the song, but I feel like the beginning of the song has
the thicker part.
it has
Yeah.
something to relate to that
Yeah.
has some emotion.
Oh, yeah,
that-
no
that
doubt.
It all
people can relate
does,
to.
but I think the lightness of the music pulls that away a little bit. It just makes it feel more just, kind of dad-ish. You know, kind of, just like, you know, driving home from work, just like,
Yeah.
busy at doing this, taking the kids all over, doing all this shit. Now I'm just, all I want to do is put on my fucking pajamas.
What
You know,
what
like-
would you guys call this song?
Time for bed.
Think so?
Yeah. I've been back and forth on it.
Yeah, what's the name of the show?
I don't know yet. I want to figure out the
Whatever the name of the
title.
show is.
Yeah.
Theme
It'll-
from.
Yeah.
The TV show. Okay. So what would be a better TV show name?
Theme from Time for Bed.
Time for Bed's a good one. Yeah, I mean, every episode they go to bed. It's all about getting the kids, getting everybody to
Takes
bed.
a half an hour.
Yeah, go. Somebody make that. Somebody make that. We fucking got it. We got the song. Somebody make the show.
Here's something that I think would be really fun. BSers out there. I would really love to hear some feedback about some BSers who play this song for their kids around
I like
bedtime
that.
and like see how they respond.
That'd be
Like,
good.
I wonder if, I mean, maybe nobody likes this song, but
If kids don't like it, it's going in the trash.
Yeah, if your 6-year-old says it's
yeah.
fine,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, it's a good track. All the time that you put into it, not wasted.
yeah.
And, you know, I think there's plenty of things where I have that same confusion that you talked about, where you just, if you take yourself out, you're like, I don't even have a clue if this is something I would like.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not a bad song.
No,
at all.
but you know what the difference is? It's killed a lot of ideas for me.
Yeah.
You know, where I would
not go there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would get a quarter of the way in, and I'd be like, I wouldn't listen to this.
Right.
You know, you probably
somebody
had that,
might.
Yeah, you probably had that feeling, but you served the song better than I had served.
I actually
those
had a
songs.
great time working on
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Because but you took weight out of it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed.
that we don't love it.
Yeah.
It was one listen. Should we
that's
listen
to be
to it
yeah,
again?
let's listen to it again.
I mean, it's to be expected though. And
Run through it again.
Okay. But
tell
only
you
if
how
you guys
shitty
are gonna
it
tell
is.
me you like it.
Well, I need some cartoons in the back.
That's right.
I was remembering something as we re-listened there. The vocals were so taxing to do all those high vocals that it took me like 3 or 4 days because I could only do a couple of them at a time. I could do like 2 of them and then I'd get blown out and then
gotta
have to come
recover.
back the next day.
I was thinking about that, the yelling ones, right?
you
Probably
can
the
hear-
same way. Yeah.
So that yell, and I apologize for forgetting some of the lyrics on their sheets here. That yell, we're like, I'm so tired. I'm like completely blown out. I've got
love
the
them, though.
microphone across the room because I just wanted that to be like, I'm walking away, I'm going to bed, like down the hall.
That's by far, I would say, my favorite part.
Oh, really? I
think
almost
so.
didn't leave it in
Oh,
there.
I love that part. I love it. It's little white stripey. That's by far my favorite part. But I don't get a bad feeling from me on this song because,
it's
especially
fine.
through a second
I know it's
listen,
not for
like
everybody.
no, but I think it's a really good song.
What I want to happen is in a month, you're to come to me and be like, that fucking song.
It probably will. I probably will, because it just 2 listens. It's the second one was like way better, where I could see myself.
Another thing that I thought you might
Singing it.
appreciate on that listen through was the solo. I recorded 3 times, and I've got 2
All
high
over the place.
versions
Yeah, I saw
panned
that.
to each side, and I've got a low version panned in the middle.
Yep.
Which I thought was a fun way to do that. I haven't done that before.
That's how I do it usually.
Really?
I'll pan it around a little bit. I usually put one somewhere else.
Usually I'll keep all that stuff together, but
I like to move them around a little bit.
and there's actually like overlapping like 2 or 3 solos during the end.
Yeah, mixes.
But they all end up at the same spot at the end, which was fun to record.
I think it's a really good pop song, Wade.
I picked up the organ a
Yeah,
lot more in the second listen.
That choir that comes
Yep,
in, yeah.
and I really like that.
Yeah.
That's infectious.
Can't go without that.
Yep.
That's one of those things that I kept on creeping up and up and up in the mix, and I'm like, it just works. It's got to be.
Well, the key
big
to
there.
a successful part like that is to not notice it on the first listen, but you feel it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this song that you would in the background.
Yeah,
like really, there's
exactly.
A lot of
But
reverb
if you
and
take
stuff.
them out, it's not the same thing. It's
Right.
not the same song. So you have to leave all that stuff in, and that's part of mixing it all together. I think it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll say
I
it again.
definitely hear a fade though now.
I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna fade it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's going to be tricky though. You might need to re-record that because I think you do need the "I'm so tired." to hear because you're going to be fading out.
Yeah. Well, I think
But
just
don't
that,
lose
just
that.
that,
Just
you,
at the very
you come
end.
back to
Yeah.
that short end after all that stuff. All the I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I
after that
For
originally-
the kids.
fade down.
I had the fade in my mind where it was going to be, and I kind of wanted you guys to hear it without, just because I was like, the song unintentionally ended where it ended.
Yeah.
And it was just as I was recording, that's where I kept ending. The drum stopped, things just, and then I would just hit a note and let it ring out. And my plan was always to fade it out. So I don't know why I didn't, but just because it kind of, sometimes
You wanted
like,
to give
I
us
don't know,
something
this
to
is
give
working,
you.
maybe.
We needed something. You
Yeah.
needed something. You were fishing. Fucking guy.
Damn.
Maybe if I just don't fade it out, they won't pick this thing apart.
Maybe if I keep it going forever.
Yeah, everything was great except the fade out. No, it's a good jam.
Yeah, good jam.
The next song I have planned is going to be super weird. So you guys, it won't be pop song. I'll try to throw some metal drums into
That's
it
it.
and some
You need to use
whatever the
use-
shit you guys are into. These
Yeah, do
days.
you have a boss metal zone?
You do, yeah. Listen, you do you. You do you every time. And if it comes back a different style, I'm happy with it.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for listening to another episode of Belonging Songs. We are so happy to have you along. Please reach out to us. Our email is bs@belongingsongs.com. Feel free to check out our social media pages. We are on Instagram, Facebook.
Mash it. Mash that like and subscribe.
Yeah. Please do feel free to like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. It would really
Don't
help
feel
us.
free. Fucking mash it. Do
Smash
it.
and mash.
Don't feel, I might like and subscribe.
Active voice.
Right.
Yeah. This is a horrible ending.
Stop for bad. For bad.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you again next week.
This is going to be another sad song about Wade, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Boom, done. Next.